They're the Conbini boys. They're the Conbini boys. They're the Conbini boys.
Hey, Mike.
Hey, Matt, how's it going?
Going great. Coming off a big high from last Thursday, Mike, where we had a webinar with an organization called Engage Asia. Check it out, everybody.
Yes.
We were joined by Conbini scholar Gavin Whitelaw. It was a genuine honor and
Yes.
truly fascinating discussion. It's
Yeah.
our first time getting to really speak with Gavin in any meaningful way, and he clearly knows his stuff, and
Yes.
he's passionate about the subject of not just convenience stores, but retail business in general, which right now is not to go too heavy. I know this is supposed to be kind of a joking podcast, but there's sort of a huge upending of that industry in general here in the United States. The Great Resignation, so-called Great Resignation, is happening as people are realizing, hey, these jobs suck. But we're dependent on these places, and so how do you make both work? Anyway, it was a really great discussion, and want to thank again Engage Asia for inviting us on.
No, thank you all so much for that. I say that as though they are watching. I'm sure they're not, but I do want to tell our listeners that I think there actually is going to be a recording of the of the seminar going out maybe next week, I think. So maybe we'll be able to share that. I think it really will be interesting. It's a little bit more serious than probably what you're used to if you listen to the podcast. But it's awesome. Seriously, Gavin is the man. Like, I mean, we were both like shaking in our boots. I mean, he had such great stories and obviously like so much like knowledge. It was so cool.
Worked at a Conbini for 2 years.
Yeah, at two different convenies, I think he said. I know at least one of them was Daily Yamazaki.
And some, I'm not sure what the other one was.
Yeah, so, but yeah, no, it was really, really, what a great event. Hopefully we can do it again.
And if you haven't, just Google Gavin Whitelaw, and you can find some papers, books he's written, and all of it's all very interesting.
Yeah. Don't
right.
listen to this podcast. Just do that.
Yeah.
You'll probably learn
much
a lot
better
more.
Source of a real authority on the subject. Anyway, gosh, Mike. Here we are, episode 80, and
80.
Man, we got a full agenda today. There's a lot happening at the Conbini, so let's just dive right in to the action.
Okay.
A couple of weeks ago, Mike, we talked about Valentine's Day. It's come and gone,
yes.
February 14th. Whew, that flew by. But Japan, they do things a little bit differently. They got Valentine's Day, and they got something called White Day. I might get this wrong, but I believe on Valentine's Day, girls give something to boys.
Yes.
And on White Day, boys give something to girls.
That's right.
I got it right for the first time ever. And naturally, Conbini are pulling together all kinds of products to support this commercial activity here. And here, we're featuring some nice action out of Family Mart. Mike, I gotta say, it was Valentine's Day here recently. Of course, I got my wife something. Went to CVS. CVS, Mike, and what do they have? They got the Lindt truffles. They got the Godiva bags. All of it's just so simple and plain. There's nothing special going on here. It's just the packaging. I'm not getting anything special out of this. I'm just paying $4 more for a heart-shaped chocolate or something like this. Here, though, we're looking at Family Mart, Mike. And look at these truffles here. I'm looking at a 6-pack here. I got something shaped like a gemstone. It's got all kinds of geometry going on.
Oh yeah.
Colored pink. We got a white chocolate thing with that looks like a nut on top, chocolate covered nut.
Oh yeah.
We got splashes of orange going across another chocolate truffle here. These are genuinely nice looking truffles.
Yeah.
And they got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They got 11 different sets you can buy here, Mike. All of them look
my goodness.
absolutely outstanding. So yeah, Mike, looks like the boys are in for a treat.
That's right. The boys are in for a treat, giving it to the girls. You mean, right? That's what...
I can't remember how.
Okay.
Wait, I thought White Day the boys gave to
the girls. Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Anyways, Matt, don't worry about it. This is a completely fabricated holiday. I just checked. I think it was like 1978. It was just sort of like created. So don't worry about it. You know, I'm gonna forget as well. You know, that's the good thing about White Days. On Valentine's Day in Japan, you don't have to give anything as a guy. You know, you just get stuff, and then when it comes to White Day, you just say, "Oh, I forgot it. You know, I forgot. Sorry." So, no, I'm just kidding. I'm gonna go. You know where I'm going? I'm going to Family Mart. I'm getting some of those chocolates, Matt.
Yeah, they look nice.
They do look really nice. All right, Matt. So going on, we got a lot to cover today, but one other sort of campaign thing we wanted to pick up from the world of the Conbini is, Matt, right now, as you know, 7-Eleven. We're about to head into an Asian Gurume Fair, Matt. So, you know, at the Conbini, you can get some Asian foods, and by Asian foods, usually in Japan, what we're talking about is Korea, China, Taiwan, India. That's probably about, you know, the range of when we're talking about Asian. But actually Thai as well. You're probably gonna get some Thai in there as well. So let's see. Let's take a look at what we're looking at. We got some bibimbap.
I like the look of that.
Oh yeah, bibimbap, the sort of rice dish with various things on top. I think that's originally Korean. Maybe?
Korean.
Yep. We got some sweet and spicy yanyomu chicken. Hey, I don't remember where that's from. I should have didn't do the research here. It's from anyways. So we got a bunch of things, Matt, here. We got look at this.
This
Looks
all
great.
looks really good. You know, we
yeah.
get takeout.
Yeah.
Not frequently, maybe like once or twice a month here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And we love a place in Somerville called Dax Zen, which is like Thai food, Thai street food, and this looks like it's approaching Dax Zen quality. Some of these dishes here. Yeah, I'm impressed.
It looks beautiful, yeah. And I I was, there's a lot going on here, but I was just wondering, Matt, is there anything that sort of sticks out to you that you'd like to try,
Mike,
or
not like to try. I'd like to reflect. Dalgona cream. Can you scroll up there? Look at this.
Yes, I
Dalgona coffee. Okay, everybody, we all tried it. We all watched the TikTok videos, the YouTube tutorials, read the Bon Appetit articles on Dalgona coffee. I couldn't make this work. Did anybody actually successfully have a Dalgona coffee during the pandemic? I don't think so. I certainly didn't.
I must have completely missed this. I've never heard of Dalgona coffee.
You missed the Dalgona. No, it's this. You take like instant coffee,
Okay.
and you whip it with You whip it like ferociously. Actually, I got very tired trying to make this Dalgona coffee,
Okay.
and you whip it. I can't remember what happens in the end, but it's supposed to be like a fun, foamy coffee.
Okay.
And now here they've turned it into what looks to be a shoe cream.
It does look amazing, I have to say. So you're skeptical about Dalgona coffee. You don't think it's actually real. Is that what you're saying?
No, I think it's real. I mean, you can go on TikTok and see a million videos of people making Dalgona coffee. I just feel like, I don't know. This is one of the most frustrating things, trying to make a Dalgona coffee. And so here it's presented as a shoe cream, and that's all I can remember. My arm.
Right.
Feeling very tired as I struggle to make this Dalgona coffee.
All right, so if you want to really try some Dalgona coffee, maybe, they've got it in the shoe cream here. I gotta say, Matt, anything stuck out to me, you know where I'm going. Look at that guy. Look at that green, green
curry.
Of that green curry there.
Ooh, 3
The
chili
spiced.
peppers.
Oh, it looks pretty good, I gotta say. So this has got 3 chili peppers. That's the hottest apparently. So that's probably gonna be as hot. we're gonna get out the Buffalo Wild Wings chart. We're probably looking at we're probably looking at the low level. We're looking at like a
Asian Zing. Maybe.
Asian Zing or like a sweet and mild or something like that. So anyways, no, but it looks really great. And like I said, like, you do get your Asian, cuisine at the Conbini, but it is a little bit rare. So it's nice to see them, bringing out a wide assortment here. And hopefully, we can see in the future, like more and more sort of, what would you call like ethnic foods at the Conbini, because that would be a real treat.
Yeah, they look great. Okay, Mike. Next up, this is normally the point in the show where we talk Chickie Wars, new fried chicken, boneless fried chicken out at the Conbini. This week, Mike, there's been a temporary truce amongst the big three, so there are no new Chickies to report on this week. Okay. So we're going to head straight into the new item scoreboard. Counts for this week, Mike. Family Mart, 49 new items. Lawson, 39. 7-Eleven, 98. Mini Stop, 22. Daily Yamazaki, 5. Sego Mart, 6. New Days, 20. Your take
Seems
on
pretty,
those
pretty straight across, except for Family Mart a little bit low. It's unfortunate, but, it's fine. As long as they're getting around 50, that's, can't complain. That was the only one that kind of stuck out to me this week.
All right, well, let's dig into our winners and losers. We spent some time combing through all of these items to find something that we think is not so hot and something that we think is pretty wonderful. We're going to start off with your loser, Mike. This is one of my... I anticipate this point in the week so highly. It's one of real treats to open up Mike's loser.
You're not going to be...
What?
You're not going to... Yeah, you're not going to like the look of this one as a loser, Matt. I can tell.
A loser?
I know. It looks like a winner. You're looking at that, you're thinking, that's a winner, right?
That's a home run right there.
It is. It should be. Matt, this is the hot cake, that's pancake, hot cake.
Yeah.
Souffle pudding.
Oh. Hold on. What are we talking about? This is a loser?
Yeah, hold on. Let me go through here. I'll even just read the description as is because it sounds beautiful. Custard pudding, whipped cream, caramel sauce, and on top of that, you've got a pancake with souffle mixed in.
Oh, yeah.
And buttercream on top of that to make a souffle pudding.
Buttercream on that?
Yes, Matt.
Oh, my God.
So it looks great, right? Looks great. It truly looks great. But the problem I have, Matt, you know what this thing looks like? It looks like a mushroom. It looks you got a thin base here, and then at the top you got something that's just not sitting. What it looks like, Matt, is it looks like you got a cup of pudding, and on top of that you got a pancake.
That's because that's what it is.
That is what it is.
Pudding with a pancake.
With a pancake on top. But I'm saying, when you break it down to its bare essentials, that's what it is. I think my problem, Matt, with this is, you either got to make that pancake a little bit smaller, or you got to make the pudding a little bit wider. Because this is my problem. I think once you knock off the side of that a little bit, the side of the little truffle on top, then you get your nice bites. But right now, I don't understand how you handle this thing, Matt. I got to be honest. I think, you're losing a lot of the greatness at the top there because you can't mix in the pudding until you get into the center. So I've got a problem with this, Matt. I just think, like I said, we need a smaller pancake or a bigger pudding.
I feel like I'm talking to somebody trying to talk themselves into believing QAnon conspiracy theory. I have no idea what you're talking about. This looks perfect. The construction, I have no problem with. You get a spoon, you dip it in. It's gonna break through that pancake top. And you just keep pushing down further until you hit the pudding. And then you scoop out, and you got the layer of the pancake and the pudding and the buttercream all in one bite.
Yeah, but that's the problem. You're saying you push down.
Yeah.
If you're in the center, you push down, you go through. If you're on the outer rim, you push down. You're hitting air, Matt. You're hitting air.
The outer rim, okay, I see the outer rim, but... You're just going to glide down into the pudding. I don't know what you're talking about there. What do you mean?
Like I'm saying, like that outer rim is way too big. It's like that famous sculpture, you know. It's what do you call it? Tokyo Tower. No, Sky Tree. You know, we're looking at a Sky Tree sort of.
Yeah, it does look like Sky Tree. Yeah, that's a fair analogy.
All right,
but,
all right. Wait, yeah, maybe.
This
all
is
right.
such a winner. No idea what you're talking.
It is
about.
beautiful. Maybe I'm losing
Stunning.
my. Now I'm looking a little bit, and it's not as wide as I initially thought. It's only, you know, the
You
top
gotta
is
go
only
get this.
about.
You gotta go get this.
It's only about a quarter of an inch larger than.
That's what I'm saying. All right, we gotta move on.
All right, I was confused. I was
What a
confused.
yeah.
That-
Confused is right. Stunning
Yeah.
product. All right, my loser this week, Mike.
All right, let's see what you got.
I bring
All
up
right,
this
there
sort
we
of thing.
go.
I bring this sort of thing up probably too much, but Mike, we have another 7-Eleven take on pizza. This is sort of the festering wound topping series that they got going on right now. I feel like I'm on a World War I battlefield. God, you know. I might send this to my sister, who's a registered nurse, to see what's going on here. I don't know. This thing needs to be treated. Antibiotics, injections. Give it everything you got, okay? This is definitely not pizza, but what are we looking at here? Well,
Yeah.
first, it says mochiri. Whoa. Are we talking about a
Mochiri, eh?
very soft, cushiony dough? Not into that. I like a little crispy or pizza dough.
Yeah.
And then, I don't know what happened here. They're just slinging tomato paste. I think that's cheese. And then
Yeah.
they dust it with parsley. I think that's what that is. But Mike, this looks like something you find on the battlefield, not at a convenience store.
Yeah, no, Matt, good choice for a loser. No controversy here at all. Yeah, man. This is strange. It seems like I'm not sure, like the timing of each process of making this. It looks like they sort of baked it and then it got kind of crispy, maybe. But then it looks like then they sprinkled on the parsley at the end.
Parsley
and
at the end, yeah.
Maybe it was more like a spot, like they didn't like bake it in the oven. It was more like they had like a hair dryer or something, and they just kind of took it to it. Matt, this is a true loser. Unfortunate, but yeah, it seems that 7-Eleven's still trying to
crack that
messing
pizza
with pizza.
nut.
Yeah, cracking the pizza nut. That's
All right, Mike. Let's move on to the winner's circle. See what you
Mm-hmm.
picked up this week for your new item winner.
Yeah. All right, Matt. So, what is this? So, what we've got out of Lawson, we've got Calbee, the chips maker. They've got their potato chips, and they have the extreme garlic dynamite is what the name of these chips are, Matt. And what drew me to these is, I like some garlic. Hey, I'm not against some garlic. Some garlic chips. That sounds pretty good. The picture of the chips themselves just looked like the most standard chips you've ever seen, just some straight up potato chips. But it was the package that got me, Matt. It's sort of like so the package. It's one package is of a man's face and one is of a girl's face, and basically, it's in a manga style, in a black and white manga style. And for the guy, it says, "Don't come here. Don't come near me." And then for the woman's package, it says, "Ooh, it stinks like garlic." So this is an interesting one that I've never seen before. This is almost saying that it's so much garlic it'll make your breath just smell like crap. So no one will want to talk to you and come near you. And I thought this was an interesting. First off, it's just sort of like an interesting packaging. I thought it was cool and funny, but it definitely makes me want to eat it, even though it's telling you like no one's gonna want to come near you when you eat this. I thought it was kind of an interesting, funny little item here.
Yeah, this is quite funny. Each of these characters, they're sweating bullets too. They're on edge. Just thinking about what's coming at them. This reminds me of here in the U.S. and I've tried to find. We have the one chip challenge, where you eat, you buy a single chip that's covered in like Carolina Reaper dust, which is supposed to be the hottest pepper on earth, and you got to pay like $10 to get one of these chips, but they're flying off the shelves. I can't find them, Mike.
Are you serious?
Kind of similar here, you know. Surely eating that one chip is a very unpleasant experience, but it's selling. And here we have people saying eating these chips too will be an unpleasant experience. If not for you, then certainly for your neighbors.
Exactly.
And that sells. Very clever. I like it.
Yeah.
All right. Last winner for this week, Mike. This one is coming out of Family Mart, Mike. And let's just gaze at that for a little while. Yeah, this is the ketchup rice, Mike, which is Oma rice. We're looking at Oma rice here, Mike.
Yeah.
And for those who don't know, Oma rice is where you take rice and you I don't even know what the right verb is. Is it lay? Is it pour? A very soft omelet. So soft, it's almost like still partially liquid, but in like a custardy kind of way. It's outrageously good. But Mike, that thing is swimming in demi-glaze sauce. We got a kiddie pool of demi-glaze sauce in there, Mike. It is just like bubbling around the edges. So you got the custardy, rich egg, the rice to just sop up all that sauce and that demi-glaze. This just looks, a very satisfying meal.
Yes. Yeah, not much to say, really. I mean, it just looks beautiful. Oma rice is really a treat, and I really advise anyone who hasn't had it to give it a try. It doesn't sound that exciting, and if you just, like, this one looks beautiful, but if you look at the more sort of standard ones, you probably think, like, what's going on in there? Just some, like you were saying, Matt, like, is it, laid on top or sort of, like, draped on top?
Yeah, it's a weird state for an egg to be
yes,
but it's
is.
delicious. Yeah.
But yeah, and add in that demi-glaze sauce. Now we're talking. And it looks like we got a little cheese maybe there on top. I'm not sure, but Matt, wonderful, wonderful choice. That egg just looks perfectly, like you said, in that perfect Oma rice state.
That's the only word for it, the Oma rice state. All right, Mike, that wraps up our winners and losers for this week.
Yes, Matt, and so I think we're going to head over to the Gemba. The Gemba is where we check out new items, and usually it's me at the Gemba here in Japan, where the action's going on in the Conbini. But this week, Matt, we're heading over to at the Gemba in the States, and you've got something to introduce to us. What are we looking at today?
Yeah, that's right, Mike. And this is Conbini adjacent here. This is not from a convenience store. This is from Shake Shack. Mike, I recently had an endoscopy, and I wasn't able to eat past midnight. And then they gave me some propofol, and I woke up, and I was a little sleepy, very hungry. And so I went to Shake Shack. Shake Shack, as everybody knows, is one of the best fast food places in the United States. And I got their new buffalo chicken sandwich, Mike. Here's what we're looking at. We're looking at 2 soft buns, and in between we got some shreddis, we got some pickles, and we got that fried chicken doused in some hot sauce and then some special sauce up top. Mike, I've eaten a lot of spicy chicken sandwiches in my time, especially over the last 2 years. It's just a trend that's blowing up. And I'll say this was the best one. Now, why?
Oh my!
Because of the pickles, Mike. Because of the pickles. Okay.
Oh.
You see these fat boys here? These are like
Yes.
1/8-inch pickles, that kind of caliber, ladies and gentlemen. And they didn't have 2 rinky-dink pickles on there. They had like 4 pickles. So every single bite, you were getting that tangy pickle to pair with the spicy fried chicken. and the spicy fried chicken was damn good. It could have been a little spicier, I think, but no, this was outrageously good. And I did pair it with the Wake and Shake milkshake. And this thing, holy damn moly, was this good. This has like coffee beans ground up. I don't know what was going on there, but it was delicious. It had this vanilla custard, it had maple syrup, orange zest, whipped cream. 700 calories, this thing, by the way. I checked out for the rest of the day after this. This and the propofol, I was lights out. But yeah, one of the best meals I've had at Shake Shack, buffalo chicken sandwich, Wake and Shake. Highly recommended. Oh, I also got seasoned fries. But yeah, great day out, Mike.
Looks outstanding. Can you go back up to the picture of that buffalo? Oh my god. All right, so can you tell me? I see a little drizzling of some white there. Is that blue cheese? Is that ranch? What is that? That sauce on top?
I think it's a ranch sauce, Mike. But honestly, I didn't taste it enough to really be able to say. The spicy sauce and the pickles were definitely the two predominant flavors on the sandwich.
Yeah, and it looks to be a pretty saucy guy there. Was the sauce out of control, or did it?
It was actually hard to pull out of the bag it comes in because it got stuck. It was sticky to the paper. Wow. There was so much sauce on there. But it wasn't in a messy way. It wasn't like a Moss burger where, you're just like making a mess with every bite. The sauce adhered well to the chicken.
Oh, nice. All right, and just one final follow-up question. You said there were many pickles, which can be exciting, but were they overlapping? Were you getting double pickles? No.
I never got double pickle. That's actually something I did bother to investigate. And yeah, there was no overlap with the pickles. There was a single layer, but enough pickles to cover almost the entire bun. Again, you got a pickle in almost every bite.
Oh, now that sounds great.
Which I
that's
think
the worry.
Where Chick-fil-A goes wrong a little bit, because Chick-fil-A they pioneered the pickle game.
The pickle.
And but they don't put enough on. You need like 3-4 pickles, not 2. And Shake Shack, they cut them thick too. Again, this is actually what this sandwich looks like. It's just stunning.
Oh my god. Yeah, I was when you showed me this, I was. Yeah, I'm gonna have to take a little bit of time here to kind of realize I'm not gonna be able to eat something like this for probably
well, there's Shake Shack in Tokyo, I think.
Is there really?
It's gotta be.
All right, we're gonna have to investigate. I'll go next time I'm in Tokyo. I'm about to get boosted. I had COVID. I'm sure I can just go anywhere now. Completely.
Shinjuku, they got one.
Yeah. All right, man. Well, hey, man. Great. Looks great. Always good to see, things out of the Gemba in the States. Hope you can pick up something for us in the future here again soon. All right, Matt. Well, hey, to close it out, I mean, this has been a packed episode here so far. But just to close it out, Matt, we've actually got, for the first time in quite a while now, we've got some Conbini news, Matt. An interesting story here. A very sort of baffling headline. So apparently in Saga City, they're using Famichiki juice or grease to power buses, Matt. So I would like to sort of like remind our listeners
the first, it's just the fry oil, right?
Yeah, the frying oil. Right. Okay, exactly. Yeah. Not the juice. But I would like to say that would be
see that one day.
And you did predict that, by the way. Remember, when we were doing our first episode of Epic Feats of Juice about the Famichiki, you had one of your stories was that they were powering the rockets to Mars using Famichiki juice. So I would like to say you were miles ahead of anybody here, but not the juice, the actual oil. So what's going on here is in the city of Saga, they've teamed together with Family Mart to use the sort of excess oil, the frying oil, that they use to make things like Famichikis, to power their buses. And so, yeah, it sounds like they've started to do this. They're trying to sort of like expand the number of fast or family marts that are participating so that they can sort of lower their prices. Yeah, it sounds like they, one of the concerns that people had was, are the buses going to smell like, Famichikis, when they're going around town? God willing. And apparently someone said that the first cycle or at the beginning, they actually did smell a little bit like tempura, which that would be a weird smell for a bus. But as they've sort of refined their methods, it sounds like now they just smell like normal exhaust gas. Yeah, Matt, I think this sounds pretty exciting. I don't know. What are your thoughts on the Famichiki powering buses?
Mike, I think this is exciting, and I think about the future of mobility. There's so much going on right now in that space, and what will buses and cars look like when things like autonomy are really up and running? And I see starting out as fuel, but imagine a Family Mart themed bus, commuter bus, where you walk on essentially to a moving Family Mart, and for the next maybe 20 to 45 minutes, depending on your commute, you get to enjoy the Conbini the whole way there. And you don't need to stop off at your local Conbini before hopping on the bus, because the bus is your Conbini. So there's the convenience, there's the experience. So I think this is just the very beginning of how the Conbini could influence the future of mobility.
Interesting. Well, yeah, we're gonna have to see. I mean, anything's possible. We've got there's the bus. Some pretty exciting pictures here. Just looks like a bus. Here's some guy pouring some. That's some Famichiki grease.
That's it.
He's pouring it into a bucket. Into the old I guess gas tank or something. And then they're hauling it right there. So, Matt, exciting things happen. I agree. Gets you excited for the future. Who knows what's going to happen? But let's keep our eye on the Conbini and Famichiki, Matt. All right, Matt. Well, hey, 80 episodes down, my friend. And what a great one. Matt, just to wrap up today, at first I'd just like to, thank as always to everyone who bought us a Chiki: Carrie G. St. Michelle, MH Bongo, Professor H, Matt D, Antonio Waite, Crew of Japan, Bobby Judo, Anonymous. Thank you all so much. If you want to support the podcast, head over to buymeacoffee.com/Conbini Boys and buy us a Chiki, as we call it, buy us a coffee. If you're listening on any of the podcast apps, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, etc., please share and rate, and it helps people find the show. If you're watching on YouTube, hey everybody, be sure to like and subscribe. Check us out on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, but mainly Twitter. You'll find a lot of fun stuff there. Yeah, Matt, like I said, 80 episodes. As always, it's been a pleasure, man. But for now, I guess I'll see you at the Conbini.
I'll see you at the Conbini.